Hello and welcome to the Build with Baer Workshop. My name is Pat Baer. I'm here to build a model kit and to hang out with you. And I'm throwing the Bear Cave, the Lego, the Scythe, and the Tier 2 Blue emote. If you are currently a subscriber, you can reply with those emotes. If you are not yet a subscriber, you can use other people's emotes or just say hi or be a lurker. You don't have to say anything at all. This is the intro portion of the stream. This is a chance for me to say hi to you when you say hi to me, to know you're here. I also describe the show a bit, and I allow people to be late to the stream because that's cool. Lashbrook is here. Hello, Lashbrook. Yeah, because we want to make sure that people can like mosey on in and don't feel like they're like, oh no, it's like 9:10. Did I miss anything? No. Eventually, we do have to get to model kit building, and tonight's model kit is, of course, the Gelgoog. The Gelgoog Marine High Grade from the year 2002. That's right. This is a 20-year-old model kit. It's one of the oldest kits I've ever built. It very much feels like a kit from the year 2002. The plastic is not brittle by any means, but it doesn't feel as good. We went from a 2022 kit to a 2002 kit. And the 2022 kit, the Shenlong Gundam, was one of the newest model kits I could possibly build. And we went from that to a very old kit that very much shows its age. These poly caps do feel like not too bendy. There's not a lot of rubber in this rubberized plastic. But it's still an interesting build. I'm still happy to working on it. I bought this kit, if you don't remember. I purchased this kit when I was in New York this year. It was nice to support a local business. It was nice to go into a shop. Just go in and buy a model kit off the shelf. And I was happy to pick up something from the past as well. Just something I've never seen like on Amazon or any online retailer sells. So that's the beauty of that. Like, yeah, there were a couple things there I could have gotten for not much more than I could get online. But I've never seen the Gelgoog Marine for sale on the internet. So I was happy to pick that up. It's Saturday. I did a bunch of yard work, and I wore a breathing mask. Not like an N95, but like a mask for doing work that involves dust. Because I did a lot of yard work. I also took an allergy pill. I'm still not feeling 100%. It's very fucking hot. I'll just say that before we get into this model kit, start working on the chest and backpack of this kit. It's fucking so hot right now. I hate it. It was cool for a minute. I was wearing shorts today. I'm back to shorts. Nonsense. Not a fan of that. I would prefer to be back into more comfortable clothing. I'm hoping a few more friends decide to join us tonight. I know there's a lot of extra life shenanigans this weekend. And so people might be doing some of that stuff, watching some streams, donating some monies to charity. Respect, understand. Not for me at the moment doing it. Giving to charity, certainly. Doing a charity stream, no. I think I have settled into, I just do Plamo Weekender. That is my charity event of the year. And then I am not asking my community, you fine folks, to donate a bunch of stuff to charity all the time, as I am still in a position where I occasionally ask for help, and then often just have, asking people to subscribe more than anything. Lashbrook says, honestly, wasn't expecting to be here. Just got back from a wedding. Well, Lashbrook, I hope you had fun at the wedding, Saturday wedding, nice. And I hope that you're settled in to cool down by watching an old model kit get built. And I can talk about wrestling and other things. I'll talk about some pro wrestling and some other shenanigans. Not much more shenanigans, honestly. I have a lot of wrestling. And, of course, in the second hour, anime, including an anime I've never talked about on this stream, because I dropped that farming anime because I didn't really like it, and it's just very poor animation quality. It was not a good adaptation of a story I don't particularly enjoy, so I stopped watching it. Instead, I switched to a lovely series that we'll talk about in the second hour. Anyway, I'm going to retweet my tweet, see if we can get a few more friends in here. It's 9:10. It's time to get serious and work on a model kit. I do want to just check this out real quick. Okay, yeah. All right, so let's go to the overhead. Speaking of Twitter, we'll talk about that kind of briefly. I don't really have a rant in me, but I have like a mini rant in me, if that makes sense. I still have my check mark. I am verified on Twitter. That is currently going to mean less and less as the days go on, which is fine. It's not fine, but it's the reality. I did, years ago, apply for verification and proved who I was. I did this because I thought there was no one impersonating me. There was nobody trying to pretend to be that. But I thought, well, that'd be good if I got verified. I have some verified people that follow me on Twitter. It would be probably good for me to have that, because at the time it seemed like a thing that would be good. So I did that and got it, which I was surprised about. I do believe I was verified because a bunch of verified people followed me, and also because my bio of working at the Upright Citizens Brigade Theater, that seemed to help some. Just out here. No, nothing I want to look at. Got a notification on my phone, but that's fine. So yeah, I did. I shot my went for it and got it. And I'm still verified. I never changed things in order to get off. I didn't get suspended and come back or anything like that. Never been suspended for Twitter. I've had like a timeout at one point. Some people got mad at me for being talking shit about the person they like who was shit. So I didn't care, and I got suspended for like a day. But they didn't do anything to my account because I did not delete my tweet. So I just had a timeout basically, which was like fine. I was fine with that timeout. But yeah, I am going to. Let's see, how's this going? Okay. I'm going to keep my account. I'm promoting on co-host. I have my Discord. I hope that people will follow me on other social media and check out what I do as Twitter starts going further and further in decline. But it still reaches more people than any other means that I have because, it's like, a lot of people follow me on there, and maybe not all of them are active users, but enough of them are that my tweets get seen by people, and so I would like to have those people check out the streams. So right now, it makes sense for me to stick around there. I did update my display name so that it says that I did not pay for this checkmark, and then when my checkmark goes away, when it comes down to that I am offered, hey, you're going to lose this unless you sign up for Twitter Blue or whatever, that is when I will stop. Because $8 a month could go to something else that I would get enjoyment out of or something. And I'm certainly not going to get any kind of enjoyment out of Twitter. It serves its purpose, but like, nah, I'm not gonna. Oh, there's a different back piece. Okay, so I believe this back piece is for the regular Gelgoog, and we have a different back piece here because this piece for the original Gelgoog doesn't have the additions here of the buoys, so. We have a different version, but they keep the original in case you just want to make it this color, but not make it the marine type, which I guess you could. I wouldn't, but you could. That's kind of interesting. I like that. I didn't notice that. It makes sense that they wouldn't keep the original part because once they have it in there, they just print it. But I hadn't noticed that till just now. There we go. So yeah. Keeping it for now. Gonna ride this out. It's still a good way to promote what I do. But I'm on co-host as Pat Baer. It's me because I do a dumb bit that I don't know if anyone likes every Sunday. I have my thing for tomorrow. I have not embedded TikToks, but I believe I can embed a TikTok. So we'll find out tomorrow. But yeah, I have a bit that I do every Sunday on co-host. I missed one Sunday. I think like the second week, I was like, oh wait, is this going to be a bit that I do? I hadn't decided yet, so I missed the second week. And then the third week, I was like, oh, I should do this. This should be a bit. But every Sunday, I post something about the shamisen. Be it photos or video or, just something or other. And that is purely because I think it is funny to have a thing called Shamisen Sunday. And I have the hash. No one else has used the tag besides me. I am the only person that has ever used that tag. And I think at some point somebody's just going to start typing in Shamisen and find it and be like, who, what? But it's a bit that I enjoy doing because it requires me to go and find cool music and talk about a instrument that I like and all that. I don't know. It's a nonsense thing that I do, but I enjoy it, and I only do it every Sunday. But you may remember Ello. I did a bit on Ello. I probably talked about it on stream, but whatever. I'll say it again. The bit I used to do on Ello was that I only posted about Electric Light Orchestra. So I talked about ELO on Ello because I thought that was funny. But I didn't use that social media platform as a social media platform. And maybe I should have. I don't know. Maybe I missed out. I'm on Mastodon. I think I'm on social for Mastodon. I don't use it. I don't like the interface. I have often forgotten my login for Mastodon. And I don't think that it's a user-friendly experience. And I don't see myself using... I've never promoted that I'm on Mastodon. And in fact, I have muted the word Mastodon on Twitter because a couple people I know won't shut the fuck up about how they think people should join their servers on Mastodon. But because it's not centralized, and I think it's a mistake. Yeah, I just don't think it is a interesting service. And I think it is not user intuitive. And that is a big mistake. So yeah, I have not jumped on that. I just hope more people I should just start promoting my Discord more and see if I can get a few more friends to join the Discord. That would be nice. I mean, it is nice that I don't have mods on the Discord because it's slow enough that I can maintain it and can, stop looking at it for like 8 hours and it's fine. If it got popular, I would have to try to get some help, and that's so right now I think it is fine that I'm just doing it all by myself. Harold just resubbed. That's 60 months, Harold. Oh god, that's so nice. I'm gonna hit the old applause here. Hit the old quote there. Thank you very much, Harold. Let's throw the Bear Cave Lego site tier 2 blue emote if you're a Rist fan or me. No one else has that because no one else pays for tier 2. Thank you very much, Harold, for 60 months. That's so many goddamn months. I appreciate it very much. Thank you for your continued support, my friend. John says, most of the stuff I post to Discords is anime game garbage, and I don't think most people want to read. I mean, if it's in conversation. Harold says, I can't even find how to log into my old Mastodon account, and I really don't want to make a new one. I hear you. I hear you, Harold. I understand. Yeah, I mean, I'm on there because I got on there. I don't know. There was an interest at one point. I think Twitter was down one day, and people were like, let's all move to Mastodon. And I, made an account and then followed Brendan Beige Dairy, and that was, I think I follow, mostly, people I know from Loading Ready Run. John, that link did not show up, so you could describe it, and I would appreciate that. But I have links turned off because I don't have mods. Kind of hate how the menu co-host displays at the top of the page on mobile. The one thing keeping me on Twitter is promoting H&F. Yes, I mean, I'm using it as a promotional machine, right? I'm using it to promote... also, if you wanted to, John, you could send me a whisper. Oh, I didn't mean to have the link. I was just talking about Mastodon social server. Yes, I'm on Mastodon social, I believe. Let me see if I start typing Mastodon. What auto fills for me here on I have no idea if I'm... I think I'm on social. Oh, wow. I'm typing Mastodon and nothing's coming up, so... Oh, yeah, I am on Mastodon .social / Pat Baer, which is... Apparently, hey, guess what? Mastodon.social is for sale, so I should probably close my account on Mastodon.social because nothing is loading and it just says that it's on sale. It was 2 words with a dot, so I thought it was like, I hear you. But yeah, I mean, I'm mostly on promotional, and there are some people that are sticking it out on Twitter, so I'm sticking around. But yeah, right now, Mastodon.social / Pat Baer doesn't go anywhere because apparently the Mastodon I'm on is for sale. Let's try to open it up in Chrome and see what happens. Maybe it's just Firefox. Maybe it's a setting I have in Firefox. Yeah. Mastodon.social is for sale is all I'm seeing is the title, and my page isn't loading. That might be my settings somewhere, but yeah, that sucks. Co-host doesn't necessarily look great on mobile right now, but they're a very small team of people, and I think they are working on stability and some form of sustainability more than working on being like... I saw a bunch of people that were like, here are my issues with co-host, and everything they listed, multiple people in the comments were just like, you should go to Tumblr. You just want Tumblr. Co-host isn't Tumblr, which is true. Co-host isn't Tumblr. It might feel a little bit like Tumblr, but I did have one friend be like, I want to see the likes. And it's like, oh, you're not going to get them. That's not what they're doing. That ain't what they're doing over there. Also, it's possible that Mastodon.social is just being hit a lot with traffic because of Twitter being a problem. I have not investigated further. I don't want to say, oh no, that server's gone. It could just be slammed continuously, and I need to like try it at like 3 a.m. when it probably has less traffic. That's my guess, is that is probably what's happening with that. But I also should probably close that account just because I don't need to have it. All right, we are done with the chest portion of our kit. Now we need to do the sections that will be... we got to do the waist part here. I don't know what this part is that I'm building. Part 18. I don't even know what that is. Oh, I think this is the backpack, but we don't install that yet. Yes, this is the backpack. Okay. We can put the backpack on. Let's build the backpack, put the backpack on. Yes, performance has really hit the fan since Twitter got mussed up. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Also, I would also, if I had Mastodon.social, I would also probably look to sell it, because why the fuck not? Why run a very popular Mastodon client or server when you could sell it? Try to make some goddamn money to somebody else to work on it. Totally. I get that. Let's talk about Crown Jewel. WWE Crown Jewel. A show that I have not watched and will not watch, but I will read the results on a website, and then I will talk about those results and talk about how, if I think that the results make any sense at all, or are things that are just like, what are we doing here? Because those happen where sometimes they're just, sometimes you just have matches where you're like, why was this the outcome? What's happening? Let's start with Brock Lesnar winning by pinfall in apparently a cool way against Bobby Lashley. Bobby had him in the Hurt Lock, which is a submission hold, and then Brock Lesnar used the ropes to push himself off, or the corner, and then Bobby didn't let go of the Hurt Lock, so Bobby got pinned, which is interesting. And then Bobby got his heat back by putting him in the Hurt Lock again for a long time. And people were like, is Bobby turning heel, or is he just mad at Brock Lesnar? And it's like, it doesn't really matter, because Brock Lesnar is going to fuck off for a while. I think this is... Look, I never... Brock Lesnar took a pin this year to Bobby Lashley, so I did not expect him to lose to Bobby Lashley again, especially with Brock losing in his last match to Roman Reigns. Brock Lesnar needs a win there. He doesn't need a win, but he gets a win. He may feel like he needs a win. So that made sense to me. It wasn't a burial, though. Bobby did look strong, which is good, and maybe they'll have another fight. Who knows? Damage Control, beat Alexa Bliss and Asuka for the WWE Women's Tag Championships by pinfall. This is a weird outcome. You might say, wait, wasn't Damage Control already the Women's Tag Champions? How did they lose the belts before Crown Jewel? They lost them on Monday. Alexa and Asuka won the belts on Monday and then lost them on Saturday. And the only reason I can think of is, spoiler alert for the rest of the show, it was the only title change. And they wanted to have a title change at Crown Jewel, but they wanted Damage Control to be the tag champs, so they had them lose on Monday, is the only thing I can think of. Also, one of the reasons why they lost was due to interference by now fully heel and not a superhero Nikki Cross. She was almost a superhero, and now she is not one. Now, if you're asking yourself, Pat, who is Nikki Cross feuding with? I do not know. I assume on Monday we will find out if she is feuding with Asuka or Alexa Bliss, or neither. Could be neither. She could just be... She could have just, in kayfabe, got on a plane to Saudi Arabia to cost them a win. Just because. She just wanted to. I was like, I don't know. I don't know why she's there. All right, we got to build up this backpack. We got to put a lot of rockets on this backpack. This rocket pack needs rockets. So we need 18, 18, 18. 18 on the other side as well. And then E4 in the middle. We'll put E4 there. Let's find E4. There's E4. So, yeah, Damage Control is the champs again. That was weird. All part of that is weird. Drew McIntyre defeated Karrion Kross by escaping the steel cage. It was a steel cage match, obviously. Scarlett used Mace again, which is annoying. Come up with some new ways to cheat, everybody. Let's get some new innovative ways to cheat in these matches, because we just did that. That is silly to have that happen again. I did like that there were some pinfall attempts, but at some point it just became, hey, who can get out of the cage? Drew McIntyre, fresh off of the wedding, he attended the wedding of Mr. Sheamus, so that's lovely. But Drew went to do this match, and he needed his win back because he lost to Karrion in the last pay-per-view, and he lost before that to Roman Reigns, in the United Kingdom, in Wales. He's Scottish, but still, it was so yeah, he definitely needed some kind of thing there. So glad he got that. Good for him. In the Judgment Day, which is, of course, Damian Priest, Dominic Mysterio, and Finn Balor versus the OC, which is AJ Styles, Carl Anderson, and Luke Gallows. Judgment Day won by pinfall with a coup de grace from Finn Balor onto AJ Styles. AJ Styles took the pin. That is something else. Now, you'd think that they would figure out, at this point, the OC would understand that, well, Rhea Ripley is going to get involved, and she's going to make it so that we can't win. And we all decided as good guys that we can't attack a lady, even if she is a lady that has kicked our fucking asses. So we need a tough lady to help us. And apparently they did not do that for this match, which seems like a mistake, because Rhea did get involved numerous times, which is smart because she's the best thing going in Judgment Day. Also, Judgment Day really needed a win. They did technically win at the last pay-per-view in the I Quit match, but I don't know. They still need to be built up. Lots of heels winning on this show, just throughout. Also, apparently in this match, which I did not watch any of this card, just reading the results. Also, and giving my thoughts. Also in this match, we had Carl Anderson reference on how he is the never open weight champion for New Japan. And they mentioned New Japan because he was originally scheduled to defend that belt and then didn't. And people were like, New Japan is furious. Well, they're poor enough of an organization to let this happen. Oh, they believe Carl Anderson. All this stuff. And it's like, nah, y'all, come on. At a certain point, they were like, he must have said, hey, I have a handshake deal with them. I got this belt. At some point, I'm going to have to do a New Japan match. And they'd be like, sure, make it New Japan strong so you don't have to leave the country or whatever. And then it made sense that, oh, hey, actually, you're going to Saudi Arabia. And then he was like, hey, New Japan, can't do that match. Got to go to Saudi Arabia. Because here's the thing. If this was not kayfabe, they would just strip him of the title because that's what they do. If you can't defend your your title, New Japan just says, well, then you don't get one. And they didn't in this case because there's a storyline. They think it's more fun or more interesting or whatever to do some kind of situation where they are partnering in some way with the WWE. Benefits them. Hunter's reign seems like he's willing to work with people. Shinsuke Nakamura is going to wrestle the Great Muta in Noah, which is just unbelievable nonsense. That's just cool and weird. There's a lot of weird stuff going on in wrestling. What was not weird was the end of Braun Strowman versus Omos, which was a pin after a running power slam. It's not weird that Braun Strowman could pick up and power slam a big man like that. It's not weird that Omos no-sells. It is weird that they didn't give Omos a new tag partner. They did give him MVP as a mouthpiece, but the best Omos had ever done on the main roster was when he was tagging with AJ. That is the best that character has ever done. And it feels weird that they don't. They're just like, nah. Put him with a manager. Put him in singles matches. Braun Strowman does need to get built up to be like something. I hope there's something good for him. Killer says AJ Styles makes everyone around him better, though. Yes, Killer. Obviously, if you are going to put someone green with AJ Styles, they will look better. Very true. I totally agree with you on that one. But Omos is not going to look good in this situation, like just with MVP. MVP is great. He can't help out enough with this. I think Omos does need another little guy. He needs to be tagging with a little guy, and that's big, because big guy, little guy is fantastic at professional wrestling. Everybody knows that. You get yourself a big guy, you get yourself a little guy, you put them together. That's box office, baby. Like that's like a ticket to stardom. Especially if that little guy can wrestle. What I'm saying is, Omos should tag team with Drew Gulak. Because Drew Gulak is a fantastic wrestler that doesn't get anything cool to do other than work behind the scenes and train non-wrestlers to do wrestling moves. Is he a great trainer? I know he is. I've not been trained by the man Drew Gulak, but I have many friends that went to Wrestle Factory and were trained at the time by Drew Gulak and have nothing but great things to say about Drew as a instructor. So I know he does a great job with that, but I would like Drew Gulak to have more to do, and I like the idea of him like tagging with Omos because I just think that is fun. Instead of what Drew Gulak does now is a lot of behind the scenes stuff and occasionally show up in the background of things or be temporary friend. Like his last on role was that he was like at a party backstage in a thing, and then also he was tagging very briefly with Ricochet that never went anywhere. They did have matching gear at one point, which is good, and that made me think that like something was going to happen with them, but that didn't happen. All right, we got the we're building the waist of this kit, so we'll get into that. We're never gonna see this, so I'm gonna do the bottom because maybe you see that, but I'm not gonna like panel line this whole thing because you won't see it. It's underneath the big skirt. All right. The Usos win by pinfall with an avalanche 1D to retain the Unified Tag Team Championship against Butch and Ridge Holland of the Brawling Brutes. While our friend Sheamus gets married, he has been his shoulder injury thanks to the Usos. So this is kind of like payback. At no point during this match did I think at all, ever, at any point, did I think that the Brawling Brutes were going to win. There were a lot of near falls and stuff, but I did not, has been reported, but I did not think they would win. Any point. I thought maybe they would do something about how Jimmy and Jay aren't getting along as well, even though, you know, they're brothers and whatnot. But I think that makes more sense if Sami Zayn is there, and Sami Zayn was not in Saudi Arabia. So you don't have Sami, you don't have to do that. Anyway, also, the New Day came out on SmackDown and was like, hey, you're trying to have those belts longer than we had belts. So, than our longest reign. We don't like that, so we want to fight you. We'll fight the winners. Could be, you know, they were like, you know, it could be you. Could be somebody else. We'll fight whoever. And it was like, nah, it's not going to be somebody else. It's going to be the Usos. It's not going to be the Brawling Brutes. So, it's the Usos. They retained. Of course they did. Killer Planetoid says that heard that Jay got injured, potentially broken wrist. That sucks. I don't know. I did not hear that. I hope that he is gonna be fine. That completely and totally sucks. Because I do want to see a good match between the Usos and the New Day, because they've had some fucking bangers. And so I would like that. You know, also I don't like hearing people get hurt. I want them to have like a 3 commercial break match, you know, on SmackDown. I think that would be fucking rad or something. But I can talk to you about Bianca Belair versus winning against Bayley, because Bayley could not answer the 10 count because it was a I guess like a last woman standing match. My thought on that is, oh boy, what the fuck are they doing? Damage Control lost the belts this week, won them back at the pay-per-view, and then Bayley doesn't win the belt? Like, look, does it make Bianca look incredible? Yes. Bianca already looked incredible. We don't really need that. I thought for sure Bayley was going to win this one. They got to be done, right? They got to find something else for Bayley to do. We can't have this again. Like, we can't have a third pay-per-view match between the two of them. We got to get something new going on. I hope that on Raw there's a new #1 contender thing or some personal story or something, because it's got to be done. They can't keep doing it. If you're not going to have, like, Bayley win. So weird. But I heard the match was the match of the night, and that's awesome. I did not see it, as I said, but that sounds great. There was a golf cart. We love to hear about that. And there's at one point where, like, Bayley shoved Bianca into an equipment box, which I just think is a very funny idea. Like, and then it ended with Bayley smashed between, like, the rungs of a ladder, like, up and down, like, on a court, like that, like, in between the ladder, and then the ladder was shoved underneath, like, the bottom turnbuckle, so she couldn't push her way out or sneak out, which is just, like, inventive. I think that is really great. That's a good bit of business. So sound like some good stuff in there. Bray Wyatt made it. I did watch this. I watched the Bray Wyatt promo. He got another passionate promo. It is very clear that because people were like, "Who's Bray Wyatt going to feud with?" And the answer is Bray Wyatt is feuding with his own personal demons in the form of Uncle Howdy, who just berates him via video. And it was basically Bray being like, "Hey, look, you don't, like, nobody ever loved me. I was under this pressure to, like, you know, because I come from a wrestling family of, like, being better than them and leaving my mark, and I don't know if I have, and what have I given up along the way, and I put on a mask because it was easier, but I don't want to be a mask. I want to show you me." And then basically the mask being like, Uncle Howdy being like, "Bray, what are you going to do when everyone really figures out who you are? Like, why are you going to put yourself through all that?" In the end, yeah, like, why take off the mask? You know, it's like, you don't, come on. It seems like Uncle Howdy is mad that Bray Wyatt is trying to give up being like the Fiend or any other of his incarnations, which is interesting. I find it fascinating, the whole thing. I don't know. I thought they were going with like a street preacher kind of thing with Bray, like inspirational speaker kind of thing. I thought that's what they were doing, but it's more just him like trying to be like, "Oh, I want this piece going," trying to be a little kayfabe, like a little like peek behind the curtain, like, "Hey, I'm Bray. This is me. I'm just talking to you, like me, you know, like a person. I'm finally free to talk to you." The SmackDown promo was fucking incredible. It was a pre-tape of him backstage, and then like somebody walks into shot in the background, and it's just him like, "Look, I just need you to apologize. I know you didn't do this on purpose, but you have to apologize, because if you don't apologize, then I'm going to do bad things, and I don't want to do that." And it's like so fucking good. I don't know why this piece won't go in where it needs to go. It doesn't want to go in. The other one went in fine. This piece right here went in fine. This little one just does not want to. I don't know why. It was like, I need to trim it down, maybe? I don't know. There it is. There it goes. Weird. Hopefully it won't pop out. Anyway, I can panel line this because I have now... Oh, one more piece. And then I can panel line it. And then we're done with this part of the waist. And then we got to build shoulders. We are almost bought it. We might finish this kit tonight. I don't know. I like to think Uncle Howdy's IRS's brother. What a weird family. Yes. Killer, if you're saying Uncle Howdy is not like family friend uncle and is instead actually his uncle, and that, by making him IRS's brother, is very funny. Yeah, no, I don't take the uncle part literally, although that is a funny interpretation. And then people were like, Uncle Howdy wears earrings that look a lot like the earrings that like Bo Dallas wears. And it's just like, all right, y'all, you can, like, I don't need to look into it that much. Like, it's fine. Everybody wants it to be that Bo Dallas got hired again to like be people in the family, and it's like, I don't know if we're getting any of that shit. I just think we're getting Bray Wyatt Bray Wyatt's just telling fucking weird stories, and I'm into it. Then the main event, Roman Reigns wins via pinfall with a spear to retain the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship against Logan Paul in his third wrestling match. I heard Logan Paul did some impressive moves, which is like great. The thing I say about the Pauls is, other than boo to them and fuck them, is in general, yes, they are athletically gifted young men who have the money and the time to train, to do the things they do, which is box old men and do professional wrestling, respectively. Speaking of which, Jake was there, backing up his brother against, the bloodline, and he has a terrible worked punch. He's apparently an actually good punch in boxing, but a bad worked punch in wrestling, because they're not the fucking same. I was very afraid that Logan Paul was going to win via disqualification, so he technically would have won, even though he wouldn't have been champion. I did not think... I was really afraid they were going to do that. I did not think they were going to actually have him be champion. Ooh, I missed a piece. I did not think he was actually going to become... I think a Vince McMahon era WWE, it's more likely than a current Triple H, but also money talks and business is business. And I don't know the numbers. I don't know how those segments do. I know that the audience that pays money to go to a show does not want to see Logan Paul. They made that very clear. Every time he's fucking around, the audience is just like, no. Maybe the audience at home is like, yay. Hey, Lord Crashington. That Jake Paul kayfabe punch to both Usos was not convincing. Yes, I've heard that. Again, I did not watch this match. I just read the results. But that was the thing I heard was the punches were bad. Because there's a difference between throwing a worked punch and a punch. Those are different things. But anyway, I don't like the Pauls. I don't like that it was this. I think, like, him working with The Miz, him working, like, you can find, like, Sami Zayn, you know, like, there's a good hand, right, that you can put people, like, him with that makes sense. And I don't think it's Roman Reigns in the main event of a pay-per-view show. That's just my opinion on it. I know there's some people that are big fans of this. Obviously, I don't know if those fans are buying this. Did his fans get Peacock to watch this? I don't know if they did. If they did, then it's mission accomplished. If newspapers wrote about it, that's great. Then mission accomplished. If that offset some of the very reasonable unhappiness about, like, working with the Saudi government and doing these Saudi shows, if there is, if this offsets that, then it's doing its job, even if I think that sucks ass. Then it is doing the work it needs to do. It's garbage work, but it's doing that work. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, so how does that part go? Okay, it goes in second. Okay. We can get close to body complete on this kid at this point, which is nice. So, yeah. Not a big fan of that. Hope that... I hope we don't see him for a while. Any chance WWE lets their deal with Saudis go since Vince is gone and they keep doing it because it's easy money? Lord Crashington, also, hi, John Williams. I wanted to say hi because you put a message in chat, which we talked about, but I did not say your name, which I like to do. I think they're going to keep doing it because it's very easy money and they want to make international money. I think they will, at some point, they will be negotiating with Saudi Arabia for money that Saudi Arabia does not want to pay because they're only going to do it because it feels to me anyway, they're only going to do it for so long before they're like, well, you should be paying us to do this. And then that's when that ends. Because that's what happens with anybody that spends a lot of money on the thing. If it's successful, is eventually they go, wait. Why are we spending so much money for this success? You should be paying us to do it. And that is the failure of any business, is when they're like, oh, wait, actually, we should be making a lot more money than we do. So we'll see what happens there. Who knows, though, if that will, if they'll keep doing it. But I could see them still doing it. Then over the world of AEW, we got to talk about Rampage. Not a lot to say about the show. The most important thing to talk about is the opening contest, which, in my opinion, should have been the fucking main event. Shibata, who has had very few wrestling matches since coming back from injury, legit actual wrestling matches since coming back from injury, but did return for this. Fighting for the All-Atlantic Championship in Atlantic City, which is fun, against Orange Cassidy. That's right, in the year 2022, Shibata fought Orange Cassidy on national television for a belt. And that is weird. The #2 wrestling promotion in the United States. Every part of it is weird. It's very cool. He seemed game. He played along with some of the silliness. It was a fast-paced match with good spots, told very well. The elephant in the room about it is that Mike Tyson was there on purpose as the guest commentator. He joined the commentary desk. Now, as they were promoting this event, they were saying, Mike Tyson's going to be on commentary. Mike Tyson's going to be on commentary on Rampage. He was, just for that match. Rampage is only an hour, but they could get Mike Tyson, which is why I think it was the first match, was so that Mike Tyson could get in and out. Now, I do not want to give the man credit as a man, as a person. I'm not a fucking fan of Iron Mike Tyson by any stretch of the imagination. As a guest commentator, he did fine. There were 4 people there, so he had to talk. So JR talked less, which is good, because right now I'm not the biggest fan of JR on commentary. He did call it Dynamite at the top of the show instead of Rampage. The fucking first thing he had to say, he fucked up, which is why he should not be the lead play-by-play. You don't need... First off, you don't need 2 or 3 play-by-play people, and that's what they do, and that's nonsense. Why are there so many play-by-play people? So anyway, that's a different argument. Mike Tyson's commentary style is like, you know when you're on the couch with friends and you're watching wrestling? It's like that, which I don't hate because it's different. You know, he would like, he would cheer for moves. He would be like, he would call moves. Sometimes he would call them slightly the wrong thing, or he wouldn't know their name for it, but he knew what he was talking about. He was enjoying himself, which is nice enough, I guess. And also, should be said that he, there were times where, like, Excalibur would say something, and he would go, interesting. Like on the couch, when you're sitting with somebody, and then somebody's like, hey, did you know, actually Orange Cassidy used to carry, when he was an internet champion, he carried a belt in a fanny pack. And, like, that's the thing I know about Orange Cassidy. And you might go, oh, interesting. Like, oh, I didn't know that. So, like, I didn't hate it. I did not hate Orange... Sorry, I don't hate Orange Cassidy. I did not hate Mike Tyson on commentary like I thought I would. I am glad he only did one. I'm glad he left. My biggest issue with AEW right now is they're just booking it like, what the fuck? Why is the embassy in the main event? I tweeted this, that, look, this year's fucking so weird. The wrestling world is so weird in 2022. But I would not have guessed that in 2022, Prince Nana was going to be involved in the main event of 3 AEW shows in a row. 2 of which were basically identical. Where it was like, oh, Gates of Agony and other members of the embassy beating up the good guys. Oh, another good guy comes out to save them. Oh, and then Powerhouse's Hobbs is there for some reason. It was slightly different this time because Powerhouse Hobbs didn't fight anybody. He just like made I want that belt motions, around the waist motions. I want that belt. So it wasn't quite the same, but it was still the same. Also, I do want to say, Prince Nana, wrestling announcer for Ring of Honor, AEW Ring of Honor, looks up his own name, his wrestling gimmick name on Twitter, because I got liked and retweeted by Prince Nana. And that is silly. That is a silly thing. And Prince Nana looks up this. In the last 2 months, I have found out that Sean Ross Sapp and Prince Nana search for their own names on Twitter. So maybe that website needs to go away. Also, it's great that they do that, because it's fun to know that. Because Sean Ross Sapp got in my DMs for me talking shit about Sean Ross Sapp trying to double down on the idea that he he doubled down. He was like, I actually have text messages, so I know that he was convinced that Aleister Black was Malachi Black, pardon me, Malachi Black was going to leave, was trying to quit AEW and go to WWE, and it wasn't health related or mental health related that he was trying to get out. Because then when people were like, actually, he's not leaving, he's just taking time off, he was like, well, I have the text messages to say he's unhappy there. And I'm like, yeah, I bet a lot of fucking people are unhappy. It's a job. I believe I tweeted Sean Rossap, shut the fuck up challenge. And then he DM'd me, because my DMs are open, being like, do you have a problem with me? To which I did not reply. Because I already won. I already won. There's a couple wrestlers and also like a few people from Cultaholic that follow me on Twitter. So I think that's why sometimes wrestlers are like, or wrestling people are like, hey, what's going on here? Also, I don't think, jumping back there, I don't think that Logan Paul is actually... I can believe that Logan Paul hurt himself because it's wrestling and people get hurt. I do not believe that he tore his meniscus and 2 other things. I don't believe that he tore 3 things in his fucking knee all at the same time early in that match, because he did a over-the-top rope dive, and you don't do that on 2 feet on 1 foot, good foot. So I don't believe he's actually as hurt as he says, but he could have gotten actually hurt, but just not as hurt. But also, it's a good storyline, and I did tweet this out, that it's interesting to me that the minute he's not wrestling, people are like, oh, he must be hurt, because he's like, no, y'all, he's a wrestler. He may have only wrestled 3 times, but he's still a wrestler. Got to start a beef with a wrestler to enter the next phase of your time on Twitter. Yes. Yes. It's been a while since I've been involved in Twitter beef because I don't want to be involved in Twitter beef. So we'll see. Hopefully I don't get involved in Twitter beef anytime soon. And I just watched the slow decline of that fucking website. Because that would be great. God, I want to see the numbers if how many people signed up to get their check mark. Oh, Harold, thank you for the retweet. Appreciate that. I have definitely... My follower numbers on Twitter have gone down a little bit. But, like, not bad. I know some people have lost a lot. Because I think a lot of people are just like, I'm done with this. And I'm also deleting my account. Oh, yes, Lord Crashington, I could change my name and my icon to Elon Musk and then tweet a bunch of bullshit making fun of Elon Musk, like Chris Warcraft, whose last name I can't remember, the former football player, and also my buddy Rich Sommer did the old blue check mark dance, the pretend to be Elon Musk dance. He lasted a while longer than other people before he did, of course, get suspended on Twitter. He went out in style. Good for him. Good on him. I don't know if I'll be doing the same. Yes, KLUWE. That's Chris Warcraft was his username. Clue? I don't remember. But yeah, Chris went and talked to some, did that as well. And there are a few other people have done that. Because the check mark doesn't mean anything, but it does mean something. As I said, on Twitter, the only people who are still working for Twitter are people who are whose job it is to make sure that no one makes fun of Elon Musk. The dunk protectors are still there doing their jobs, preventing dunks. That's what happens when you're thin-skinned and buy a social media platform when people are very eager to dunk on you. Yes. Sarah Silverman paraded as Elon Musk. Let's check out, is Sarah still on the platform? Sarah Silver. Ooh. Let's see. Oh, no. Sarah Silverman is still Elon Musk. She still has the Twitter complaint hotline, the photo of Elon that he's currently using. And has said an hour ago, I am a freedom of speech abolitionist, and I eat duty for breakfast every day. And then, yeah. And then also retweeted a thing dunking on Dr. Oz. So we'll see if she continues to be Elon Musk for a while. But yeah, the man does not enjoy being dunked on, which if I hated being dunked on, which I do, I wouldn't have a social media thing. I wouldn't own one. I wouldn't threaten to buy one. Certainly. There's just no way. It's like, what if Pat Bear's, what if my Discord, what if the Bear Cave Discord, I just didn't, I had other people moderate and I didn't touch it? Like, no, fuck that. That's my place though. Like, you can't, you know, you can come in there, but like, I'm in charge of that shit. I'm not just gonna let anybody jump in there, be a dick. No thanks. We got a different unique head here that we got to attach. We'll get our pieces together of our head, but we won't start doing this till after the break, after the pause for the cause. I wonder why advertisers are not eager to sign up for Twitter right now. Yeah, so there's a bunch of different things there. One is that before he even took over, people were like, so Elon's going to buy this. What are you going to do about that? And they didn't have an answer. And then when Elon met with advertisers, he didn't have any answers. And so they were like, okay, yeah, no. Like, it's very clearly not the place for us because you don't know what you're going to do with this fucking website. You have very clearly no idea. Like, what? Why? Why would we hang out here? We're going to go find another place to make money in. Which is like, yeah, makes sense. Yeah, it turns out they don't like chaos. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it turns out people that like want to make money don't. And I also like Twitter Blue means you're going to get less ads. What? Do you not understand that like there are ways to see no ads on Twitter? Like it's harder to do that if you're on a phone, but then don't use Twitter on your phone and then you don't see ads. Imagine that. Because they're also saying, hey, pay for Twitter Blue and see some ads. Cool. Half the ads and better ads. Yeah, somehow better ads. Like, what are you talking about? Like, the people that would proofread and be like, hey, this doesn't make it, you can't promise this in a, like, I would love it if Apple was like, hey, this update, what is this update? What is this? Like, what? The things you're saying in here don't apply to what this is. Like, nah. Which feels accurate in my opinion. All right, so we're going to take a pause for the cause. I'm going to talk about ways you can support the channel. Then we'll get back into building here because we got to pay the bills around here, you know. And I don't want to run ads, so I got to do other things like saying, if you are currently a subscriber, you can throw the Bear Cave, the Lego, the Scythe emote in the chat. Being a subscriber is the easiest way to support what I do here through cash money. You can use your Prime Gaming token if you get Amazon Prime. Earlier, Harold renewed his subscription, which I appreciate very much. You get these cool emotes. You don't see ads during the stream, which is very fun, or before the stream or anything like that. And you're supporting me because the money that you spend there, I use to buy model kits. This kit that I bought came from your generous donations of your money, you know, through the various means, including this. I do want to say, if you ever wanted This only lasts, I believe, until the 11th, so you don't have much time for this. So I want to say it now. If you have never had PC Game Pass before and you would like 3 months of PC Game Pass, gift 2 subscriptions right now. Gift 2 people in the community here subscriptions to my channel, and then you will get a notification that you can get a code that you can get 3 months as a trial of PC Game Pass. If you've had PC Game Pass before, this is not a credit for 3 months. It has to be a new thing. But if you want to do that, you could gift a sub to somebody in that community. They'll get cool emotes. They won't see ads. My numbers will go up. My goal is to hit 40. We're currently at 32. I'm sorry, I keep scratching my nose, but it keeps itching. So this is a way to support me financially if you're interested in doing that. And also you benefit. So those 2 gifted subs, like Lord Crashing and gifted subs, Risk Fan gifted subs, that means you get PC Game Pass for a little while. I'm sorry. I'm going to go to this screen here and mute myself while I blow my nose and try to just reset for a second. So hold on. That was unprofessional. I apologize. But I did some yard work today, and I am dealing with my allergies. It's November. I shouldn't have allergies in November, but I do. And part of that has been a scratchy nose. Itchy nose, you say. So, subscribing, easy way to do it. Gift sub, bits and coins, always appreciated if you want to cheer. And again, that's just one way to support what I do here. We're at 32 subscribers. Would love to get up to 40, but, you know, it happens. Patreon is another way to support what I do. There's a $1, $3, $5, and $10 tier. There are different rewards for the different tiers. See if that's something you'd like to do. If you're watching this later on YouTube, what's up, YouTube? You can find all the links I'm about to talk about in the show description below the video. So we got my Patreon. We have a YouTube. Just mentioned it before. I got a YouTube channel, youtube.com/PatBaer. That is the way to subscribe. Subscribing is free. Obviously, I put videos. I got a new video coming up on Monday. I post videos every Wednesday and every other Monday. So take a look. I will have a bonus video coming up this week. I need to find the time to shoot it. But I am going to do a video for YouTube where I'm going to cover this because it's been a few months now. I think it's like 5 months since I've had the official Bandai part separator. And I want to do a video on the part separator. So it'll probably be short, but I'm going to do a video about that soon, so keep an eye out for that on my YouTube. And also, you could join. You become a member at youtube.com/PatBaer. And for $2 a month, you get my Wednesday videos on Tuesday, so you get them a day early. Let's see. Oh, and then direct donations, because those are monthly ways to benefit me and help me out. But if you just want to do a one-time donation, knowing that money will go to model kits and equipment purchases, you could do that. Because everything I make through direct donations, through YouTube, through Twitch, and through Patreon, all goes into a fund to take money out of that. That's how I was able to buy this kit, this Gelgoog Marine. When I was in New York, I had some money set aside from your generous support, and I was like, I'm going to take that money, I'm going to buy this cool model kit, this very old model kit. Now, I have stuff in my backlog that I will be happy to build on my next stream, but you can say, wait, hold up, Pat, build something else by purchasing it yourself, and then it jumps the queue. I'll also do a dedicated video about the thing that you've purchased. We'll get back to building real soon, friends. I just want to talk through the rest of my ads here. So you check my Amazon wish list. I've got Lego sets, including, I looked at this here. I just recently purchased a Lego set off my wish list. Somebody else bought something off my wish list. I don't know who did it. I can look by sold and see that it was sold there. Filter through purchased. But yeah, very recently, a car thing, the 3-in-1 Street Racer set was purchased off my wish list, which is rad. Thank you to whoever did that. I'll know soon. That was purchased. That's going to be the next thing I build off my wish list. Because it was purchased there, which is great. There's Lego sets. There's Pokemon kits. Some model kits, inexpensive kits, very expensive kits. Some equipment at the bottom. All stuff that would be helpful. Some stuff that would be like, I don't know, that on-air sign. I don't really need it, but it would be silly. And I would have to mount it on the wall behind me, and that would be fun to do. And then you'd see that I'm on air. That's one way to support me, is buy something there. Alternatively, you can go to my Throne wish list and buy something there, because that is an alternate. It's nice to have alternatives to Amazon. So you can go there to Throne. And then you could always buy a gift card to USA Gundam Store and then send me a DM on Twitter, because my DMs are open, with your gift card code. And I would purchase something from USA Gundam Store. And those, all, like I said, anything I buy there or that is bought there becomes a dedicated video on my YouTube, mailbag video, and then jumps the queue. So like I said, if that Lego set, which was purchased the other day, if that Lego set arrives in time, it will become the next thing I build. Because I think we're finishing this kit tonight. If it doesn't arrive by Monday, then the next thing I build will be something else from my backlog that will be purchased by y'all. Or sorry, that was purchased by me, something in my backlog, and voted by my $10 patrons. Because that's the least I can do. But yeah, I do not know if I should be expecting that Lego set. I actually don't think so, because I think it was purchased like today. So I don't imagine I will get it by Monday. Anyway, if you want to support me and not spend any money, we're going to get back to building in just a minute. But if you want to support me, your friend Pat, with 0 money down, join my Discord. Here's the link to my Discord. I post build photos at the end of every stream. People post stuff they're working on. It is a nice community full of good people, and I would love for you to join me there, because I think you'd like it. Couple of video links for you to check out. Pat Baer's Anime Club. I will have a new episode out on Monday, but if you missed my previous one, you can check out this video link here. Watch it later. Watch it while you're watching the stream. I don't know. Mute both of them. I don't know what to tell you. But this Pat Baer's Anime Club was about all of the isekai that is out this season, because there are 5 isekai out. And I talked about why I'm not watching one of them, how I'm maybe going to watch another, and why I'm watching, the other ones. And then Do You Remembaer is an ongoing video series where I do some hasty research and then record a video trying to remember everything I can about the thing that I hastily researched. And this time, I talked about Minami Takayama, voice actress extraordinaire, the voice of Detective Conan. And his voices in Ranma back in the day, and who is also the singer for the now retired duo 2Mix, who did the opening themes to Gundam Wing, the 2 themes, and then also the movie. So that / OVA, this is just cool. I just talked about her because she's great. She's somebody that I wanted to talk about. I'm going to talk about some anime, and then I am going to get back to building this kit, and I think we're going to body complete this kit. We might finish this kit on the stream. We'll get very close. Before I start getting into that, though, I have to drink some water and dramatically transition to this screen right now. Water. It's pretty good. I recommend it. Let me really quickly just check this here. All right. Okay. And great. All right. And now the anime. Bocchi the Rock, friends. That's the new show that I want to talk to you about. It's the new series that I have been watching, Bocchi the Rock. I'm only going to talk about the first episode, and then I think I will be talking about this weekly. I have watched 3 episodes and a little bit of the 4th. But that was enough for me to feel like I could talk to you about it. All right, so we got eye stickers to put on here. So I'm going to put this eye sticker. We got the big eye sticker, and then we're going to put the small eye sticker on top of the big eye sticker. On the face, and I'm going to look at this photos of this to see how that looks. Oh, okay, yeah, so it's like, is that upside down then? It's hard to see. Yeah. So that's going to go like this, and that's going to go on there. Okay. I think I'm going to be able to do this right. Upside down moon goes on this one. So we're putting a sticker on a sticker, which is weird. And I don't remember the last time I don't know the last time I've done that. Anyway, Bocchi the Rock. If you're like, Pat, I can't believe you've been watching this the whole time. Well, the thing with Bocchi the Rock is, I knew that it was a cute girls doing cute things show, or a girls doing things show, about a high school band. And I'm not super into the music genre of the girls do cute things. I think like K-On! Is fantastic, but like some of the other ones I haven't been as into. So I was like, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. And then I also heard that like it is a show about cute girls doing cute things, but also it is also about like expectations and doubt and self-doubt and growing as a person, and how Hitori, aka Bocchi, is just fucking dealing with a lot. She's just got a lot on her plate. Last person I've been thinking about picking this up based on buzz. Yeah. So I will say it is the animation is lovely, the music is cool. This girl in middle school didn't have any friends and had this great idea. She has trouble like making friends and working with groups, and she's like, okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get good at guitar, because then I'll like bring my guitar to school and people will be like, oh, you play guitar? Talk to me about that. And then I'll have something to say to people and I'll be cool. And that doesn't fucking happen for her, because she's still an awkward weirdo that like doesn't talk to people. So she just gets pretty good at guitar, and then the only really good thing going for her is, because she like plays in her closet, is she uploads videos online, and she has a modest following. Very fun to say that her username is Guitar Hero, all one word, all underscore, lowercase, no underscore, all lowercase, Guitar Hero. And I just think that's very funny to think of like a girl in 2022 being like, I'm Guitar Hero. No one's used that before, right? I just think that's fun. Is that the head? That's all we need to do with the head? Yeah, the head's done. So now we can... This wanted me to assemble this all at the end, and I'm like, no, I'm going to do it as I'm going. What are we talking about here? No. All right, let me get... let's do panel lining here. Keep working on this parts. But yeah, I thought that was very funny that... So, eventually, there's a band, and they need a guitarist. So she gets begged by somebody, be like, hey, I wrote her name down. Nishika is like, hey, like somebody's sister, I can't remember which character's sister, owns a space, and we kind of play there. We need another guitarist. Will you join us? We got Rio on bass, and there's a drummer, and I believe the drummer's sister owns the place, if that's correct. I can't remember. Sorry, I didn't write it down. And it doesn't go great. You would think that maybe it would instantly go fantastic, be like, oh, cool, now we're just going to have episodes of this band, but it's like, no, she's never like played in front of people before, and she hasn't beaten her social anxiety. She's like talking to these people, but like not doing great. She's doing her best, but like she's not crushing it. She's still the same Bocchi. Oh, she does get that nickname. Also, the girls don't know that she's Guitar Hero, but they like Guitar Hero. And then she, like, the end of the episode is her just, like, dealing with being exhausted from all the social activity, which she is unaccustomed to. And more is going to happen as the episodes go. Because I have watched multiple episodes. I think it's very cute. but also is a story of one girl's personal struggles with anxiety and fitting in and high school stuff, and I wasn't expecting that. It's got a lot more going on than just being a cute show about music, and I was pleasantly surprised by that. So yeah, I'm going to get caught up on this show. I don't know if I'm going to be talking about it every Saturday. I think I probably will, but I'm glad I gave this a shot. I am now watching 3 girls doing things shows between this, Do It Yourself, and oh god, what is the full title of that? I always forget. Management of a Novice Alchemist, because I think that's a bad title. I always forget Management of a Novice Alchemist, because they should just call New Alchemy Workshop or something else. I don't know, but it's like a bad literal translation that they should have juiced up a bit. Anyway, Bocchi the Rock, I liked it. I think it's cute. I would recommend it if you are looking to pick up another show. If you've dropped some stuff that you gave a shot to, like me, and I've somehow managed to, become stronger by leveling up my farmer skills. Like, I'm just like, the animation in that show is terrible, and the characterization isn't great, and the story isn't great, and it's just like so C tier that I'm just like, I'm good. I think I'm done watching this. I think I am okay not checking this out. I'm going to put a little bit of liquid cement on here before I put the part of the head back on here. I'm just going to dab a little bit of liquid cement on this just because it seems like it wants to fall off, and I would like to not fall off just by touching it. So we'll do that, and then we'll let that sit and just kind of put a little pressure on it. And I'll talk to you about Uzaki-Chan Wants to Hang Out, Season 2. Killer says, I had 3 books on my bookshelf in a row: Dummy's Guide to Fitness, Magic, and Guitar. I called it the Introvert's Guide to Trying to Be Liked at Parties collection. Yeah. Dummy's Guide to Fitness, Magic, and Guitar. Oh, there's a certain era of child that just thought the secret to being popular was knowing magic tricks. Oh, those sweet children that like tried. I'm still bad at all 3. Killer, I remember there was like a video series of how to be the life of the party, and it was hosted by one of the actors, like one of the young guy, like teen guy from the Cosby Show, Magic Tricks and Fun Voices. Yeah. And it was just like, oh, no. Don't try to teach kids this. No, just like Malcolm Jamal Warner. Thank you, Lord Crashington. I had forgotten his name. Malcolm Jamal Warner. We're body complete, folks. Now we have weapons to build, and then we'll be done with this kit. We're going to wrap this whole thing up here. We got 2 weapons to build. Oh, we do have to do the back. We're not actually fully done here because we have to do the back things here. We're almost done with this kit. You've seen that. Yes, we covered it on 404ing it. Brad, it was one of the videos Brad wanted to talk about because he wanted to talk about old VHSs that had been digitized. Not as kid. Yeah, so we covered that on the 404ing it. Brad Shoemaker. Then Chris Angel took a logical conclusion. Yes, that is where it goes. Yeah, mind freaks. Nobody needs a mind freak at a party. Anyway, Uzaki-Chan Wants to Hang Out Season 2. Good episode. This is like, so we got a guy, Sakurai. He's got a mean mug. He's got resting bastard face. Some people are scared of him, but he's a good dude. Then we've got Hana Uzaki. Uzaki is his junior in college. They knew each other in high school. She's bubbly and lively and silly and fun, but also really likes to tease her senpai. Really likes to tease Sakurai. And just, he likes it. He's fine. He likes her. Anyway, there's a lot of misunderstandings with, her mom that have never been fixed and need to get fixed. But also there's misunderstandings. There's not misunderstandings. Everyone in the Uzaki family knows that they found out that Uzaki hangs out with this dude and hangs out in his apartment alone and like cooks for him and they play video games and they hang out and they're like, well, you're dating, right? She's like, no, we're not dating, but he likes me, but we're not dating. They're like, Well, her dad, who's kind of overprotective, is like, I got to know what's going on with this dude. I'm so worried about this. Is she lying to me? What's this guy's deal? I'm like happy they aren't doing anything, but also I don't know if I believe it. And also, why doesn't he want to do stuff with my daughter? Because she's great. Or like, what's going on? And he's complaining about all this to Sakurai, which he has not met. Uzaki's dad does not know that her daughter's friend is Sakurai, and Sakurai does not know that the trainer at the gym he just joined is Uzaki's dad, because all the kids look like the mom, and none of the kids look like the dad, which I guess is the explanation of how he does. And so there's this whole thing where like they're giving each other advice about things, but like an arrow that we see as the audience, but they don't see, keeps pointing at the guy. Like every time he talks about the boyfriend, he's just like, it's this dude. And Sakurai doesn't pick up on like, wow, the girl he's describing is pretty identical to my friend who is also the same age as this girl and goes to college. Okay. Because he knows the guy's first name. He doesn't know the guy's last name. There you go. Anyway, so that's a long scene, but it's fun. It's good shit. Let's see. Sakurai gets some cat petting time. Oh, and then Hana realizes, hey, I don't know Sakurai's birthday. Uh-oh. I got to find out his birthday. He's turning 21 this month. I got to get him a gift. And she makes a whole day of it. They like hang out. She cooks. They play video games. They read manga. There's a cake. It's a cute story. Lovely little day. She's just like, yeah, well, that's what you know. You'll have to do a great job for my birthday next year. And you got to save up you got to earn some Uzaki points, which is just a fun turn of phrase. So that was one of the reasons. Obviously, she likes him a lot, but one of the reasons why she did all this was so that he would spoil her on her birthday. But then also, this conversation, it dawns on her, because she knows, hey, I'm convinced that he likes me, and I think he's great, but she doesn't admit to herself that she likes him. But she suddenly realizes, like, out of nowhere, oh, wait, he's going to graduate in a year and a half, and then I'll be alone in school. And you get the point, like, it's halfway through the season. Holy shit. Is Hana about to admit her feelings? Because she gets all quiet, and she's just like, hey, I have something to say. And it's like, oh, wow, this is going to happen, right? We're going to get the confession? And she's just like, what do you think about repeating a year? And she goes, you'd earn a lot of Uzaki points. Which is just like, no, stop trying to make that a thing. No. What? And it's very funny because it had me going. I really did think for a second there that we were going to get the reveal of how she felt about him. But of course we don't get that. It was a really good bit of business. It was like well-timed. And it was, I can imagine, I haven't read the manga of this, but I can imagine it was good in the manga. And it's very good in the anime version. So that was great. I'm the villainess, so I'm taming the final boss. Whew, I feel like the first arc of this happened so fast and came kind of out of nowhere that it has really hurt the second half of this show. Because it is just like, okay, sorry, let's see how this goes. Open, that goes open, okay. Because this show is just like flying now through the second story. Basically, if you haven't watched I'm the Villainess, so I'm taming the final boss, our main character is the villainess in a otome game, a dating game that she played in her life, and she remembers. She realizes she's the villainess, and she's like, okay, well, I have to solve this problem. And the only way to solve this problem is to, of course, make sure that the villain, or sorry, the actual villain of it, that the demon lord, the guy who's half man, half demon, doesn't become a full dragon, because in the video game, my character gets murdered by this dragon when he fully turns, and then he gets murdered, and that's not good. So she's like, I'm going to go and show him what's good about humanity so that he doesn't become a monster. That's her get out of jail free card. And it works in like 4 episodes. And now we're in Arc 2, which is the second video game that she says she doesn't remember as well, but she still has a pretty good idea, where in the video game, another half man, half demon takes up the mantle and becomes the new demon lord. And you play as the new Saintess in there. But still the Saintess is still around. And so now our girl Eileen has been pretending to be a boy at this school to go undercover, because people know who she is, so that she can make sure that this half man, half demon doesn't become a full demon, and figure out who's setting him up and prevent the stuff. But also, she's undercover, so she's got to make sure that the demon lord, Claude, who is now her fiance and is crazy in love with her, doesn't find out that she's doing this because she promised she would not, that she would be safe. So that's why she's undercover. So there's a lot of like her pretending to, she's got a duck costume and like hiding around, and like Claude is pretty fun in this episode because they need reasons for him to be around. And so he's around like trying to like figure out what's going on with this demon that's sending threatening letters and all this other stuff. Because like, and in this instance, because he's still alive, instead of saying, I'm the demon lord, this one's saying, I'm the true demon lord. This other guy's not the demon lord. Because he doesn't mind humanity, and I do. Not that words. Anyway, in this episode, they have to fix some shit, and then Claude enters a sword tournament, and they have to like make sure that he doesn't figure out that she's there, but also prevent the church from releasing this gas that will turn people, half demons into full demons. But they end up backing off of the issues, and so like they're like, okay, I think we're good now. I think we're in the clear. Let's see, can I put this? No. This will not fit on the stand that I have, which is fine. I will just do it like this. I'm just going to pop it like that, prop it up like that. We got the shield on here. We just have the weapons. Do that now. We'll do one of the weapons here and do the other one. Because we also build a hand for this weapon. This episode ends with there's a ball, and there's going to be even more problems at the ball. And the quote-unquote Saintess candidate is just being a bitch and wrecks our girl Rachel's dress and prevents her from entering. So now it looks like Eileen is going to dress as a girl while she was pretending to be a boy so she can enter this. But I think the jig is going to be up, and people are going to be like, wait, we know who you are. What are you doing here? So we'll see. Again, I think the first 4 episodes are a great story, and then it kind of goes a little off the rails, and I'm a little less thrilled with where it's going. I'm going to take a photo of this kit here. Let's see if I can do it like this. Prop it up like that. Yeah, there we go. Take a photo of this kit with our beam saber, and then we'll build a gun, and that's going to be the end of it. The last show to talk about is the next episode of Spy Family Part 2. This is a Anya-focused episode. There is some other stuff with Lloyd, but it is an Anya-focused story. It's time for tests, and Anya usually gets by on test because she can read people's minds. So she just reads the minds of smart people and figures out the answers. But it's a new moon, and during the new moon, her powers don't work as well, or at all. I can't remember. So she's been studying, Yor invites Yuri over to help tutor, and it does not go well because Anya's not great at this. And then Lloyd is like, all right, well, what I can do is I can sneak into the school vault and I can change this test scores because it's important. He's not just doing that because, like, oh, I want to help my kid out, my fake daughter. But it's mostly because he's like, there's a whole plan. She's got to, like, get good grades and get some achievements and all that. So he's just like, all right, well, I'll just sneak in there. But while he's there, he encounters an amateur spy named Daybreak, which is a good name for a spy. A good code name, Daybreak. And Daybreak is trying to ruin the scores of the two Desmond kids. So Lloyd undoes that sabotage, and then he's like, oh, actually, Anya did pass, barely, but she managed to pull it off. So it's a good episode. There's a lot of Anya faces, and at one point, Damien Desmond does his impression of her smug face, which is very good because she was like, I'm going to do really well on this. Oh, shit, I did not do well. But there are a lot of very good Anya faces in this episode. I recommend them if you're looking for some good Anya faces, especially smug Anya. Very good. And overall, I would call this a pretty okay episode. Not my favorite episode. It was Anya focused, but it was the whole episode, which was nice, instead of just like what we've got lately has been like some episode. Like, my hope is that this Daybreak character is signifying that business is picking up, because I would like business to pick up. Like, yes, we needed a breather after the whole dogs with bombs arc. A lot of action, a lot of suspense, a lot of danger. We do need a breather after that. So I agree about that. But I think the episodes haven't been like, they've been just fine and not like great since then. And I would love a great episode. I think we're due. We got one more sticker. We have to put a new hand together here as well for this gun, and we'll panel line the gun. I did not think that we were going to finish this kit tonight. So I'll have to put out an email tomorrow. Not email. A poll tomorrow for my $10 patrons to decide what I build next. Because, yeah, I thought we would get through some of this, but I thought the chest and waist were going to take longer to do. So I do not know what I'm building next. My $10 patrons will have to vote on what I do. And I'll go again for the thing that's been in my backlog the longest and the least. And then, I don't know, there'll be like a third category. I guess the oldest, like the kit that is the oldest in my collection at the time. I'll have to go through all my backlog to decide. The newest and the kit that's been in my backlog for the least is still the Heavy Arms Custom, which I would like to do. It's been on my list for a little while there, but people have not bitten. And then the kit that's been in my backlog for the longest is the Ale Strike. That's just been in there since last year. And I don't know what is the oldest kit. This 2002 kit was the oldest kit that I had in my backlog. I'll have to go through and sort. It's probably... Oh, I don't know. I don't know. It will be a lot less old. It'll probably be like a 2012 kit or something. It'll probably be like 10 years newer than this. All right, let's get a sticker on here. The last sticker. We only had 3 stickers. Two of them were parts of the face, and then one weapon sticker. You love to see it. We love that, folks. Fucking great to not have like 100 stickers on a kit, especially a kit that's like a modification. So yeah, not my favorite Spy Family episode, but certainly good. I want to hear from you, friends, as we kind of get into the end of the stream tonight. What have you been watching lately that you love, or reading, or stuff on YouTube, stuff on television? Let me know. I'll first say this. If you want to watch a very funny fucking movie, Weird is available on the Roku channel. You don't have to have a Roku device. You don't have to have a Roku account. You can literally just go to therokuchannel.com and it's on the front page and you can just click play. You'll see ads, of course, but you can just watch it. If you want to watch the Weird Al fake biopic that was co-written by Weird Al, you can just do that with like new recordings that he did of some of the songs. Soundtrack by Weird Al with like, again, some new recordings. It's very funny. I watched Weird, the Al Yankovic story, which is great and very silly. Yes, it is tongue-in-cheek. If you watch the trailer or you watch the trailer that existed before the movie did, you know that this is tongue-in-cheek. It's a love affair with him and Madonna. It's very like taking the rough stuff up behind the music and actually like playing them out to its natural conclusion. Never knew Michael Jackson ripped him off with Beat It. Yeah. It's very funny. There's so many good jokes. Great cameos by people playing stuff. Paul F. Tompkins as Gallagher is inspired and nonsensical. There's just so many really funny people in that movie. Lots of great cameos. Lots of great, like, excellent people. I should say, disclaimer, Conan and his Andy Kaufman was great. Yeah. Oh, just so many good things. Andy Warhol. Yeah, I was going to say, I'm like, wait, he didn't play Andy Kaufman, did he? No, he was Andy Warhol. Yeah, I was like, wait, what? I just read that out loud, and as I was saying it out loud, I'm like, wait, did I forget that scene? Disclaimer, it was directed and co-written by my friend Eric Appel, who wrote and directed the original parody trailer, and then did this, shopped it around. It was done on a shoestring budget, and it is a treat, and I think you should check it out. Again, just, the Roku website, you can go there and find it. Let's see. I want to see one quick thing real quick. Oh, yes. Probably the best thing in it, as far as, not the best cameo, but one of the better cameos is Jack Black as Wolfman Jack, because I might have even seen him as Dr. Demento. In the original parody trailer, Dr. Demento is Patton Oswalt, which is incredible casting. But Wolfman Jack, portrayed by Jack Black, is fantastic casting. It's very funny. I don't really have like video game stuff to talk about tonight. I just kind of wanted to tell people to watch Weird and that you could for free. Because it's like, I mean, Dietrich Bader's in it. Daniel Radcliffe as Weird Al, of course. Like, yeah, I'm just like looking at the cast list to be like, who's in this though? Like, that, like, oh, you got to see this for this. Like, it's just like the weird. There's so many fun things and good cameos. Shout out to Scott Aukerman for doing a bit in there, and Thomas Lennon, and Rainn Wilson plays Dr. Demento. I couldn't remember who played Dr. Demento, and I still think it should have been Patton Oswalt, but like, I understand. Also Lin-Manuel Miranda is in it very briefly, because you get Lin. If you can get Lin, you get Lin. I like Tim and the guy from Queen challenging Al to another one bites the dust. Yes, do parody on the spot. Yes, Toby Huss plays Al's dad. Legendary character actor Toby Huss. It is such a wonderful, joyful movie. If you don't like biopics, this is the movie for you. If you like that genre of biopic, this is the movie for you. If you like Weird Al. If you've been like, I culturally missed Weird Al, and I have no idea what's going on with that dude. This might be it. Might be a good introduction of just like his fun parodies and a silly movie to check out. Anyway, lots of good jokes in it. Really well done. Clearly, everybody had a good time doing it. I'm psyched for my buddy Eric that he directed a fucking movie, and that I get to see something that a friend made that I really liked. Also, Weird Al has basically been like, without saying, hey, use if you're in Australia and you want to watch it, someone said like, how do I watch this if I'm in Australia? And he basically said, without saying the exact words, like, just use a voiceover app, just use a VPN, or or basically torrent it. Like Al was just basically just like, hey, however you want to fucking see the movie, see it. They got their money, friends. They got theirs. They don't need anything more. Oh, there's another gun here I could build, I guess. I could build this other gun. I forgot that there's a second gun. It's a tiny gun. We could build that. Tiny gun. This gun clearly wasn't necessarily meant to be on this kit because it is just the color of that. It is not. They didn't do it in gray. They just did it in the same color as the rest of this. So I just watched through Little Demon on Hulu, says Killer. I thought it was pretty good. Pretty dark humor. Okay, nice. I don't know of Little Demon, but I'm glad you enjoyed it. That's cool. I have been playing Marvel Snap. I thought I might be playing that on Tuesday, but y'all voted, and on Tuesday hey, here's the thing. Oh, Danny DeVito's plays Satan. Ooh, I don't dislike that at all. Here is your reminder, friends, that if you want to play Jackbox Party Pack 9 with me, I'm doing that on Tuesday. That was my Patreon vote. The $3, $5, and $10 patrons over there voted that is what I'm going to be doing or streaming next Tuesday. So next Tuesday, I will be playing Jackbox Party Pack 9 once again. We will play through the games on there that are good, that I think are fun to play in front of an audience. And now we'll have a better understanding of how they work. So there's like 2 that I definitely want to play and a third that I will probably end up playing. All right, we'll take one more photo of this kit with its pretty good. This is a pretty fun looking weapon. It's a pretty solid looking gun. But we have a different hand to build for this. So we'll put that together. Working on Halloween event in American Truck Simulator, which is still fun. Nice, Lord Crashington. Yeah, I've been playing Marvel Snap, and I have, tomorrow I have a, tomorrow I'm playing some D&D. Very excited about that. It has been too long since I've done anything. I haven't had the time to get in there. I'm working tomorrow as well. I'm doing a shift it's a customer service shift. I'm doing a long 5-hour shift. I only say that, look, obviously 5 hours, not that long, right? But the company that I do stuff for customer service, I just do fill-in shifts. I do swing fill-in. So I normally have like a 3-hour shift or a 2.5-hour shift or a 4-hour shift. But I have a 5-hour shift tomorrow, which is fine, because we're not in the holiday rush yet, so it's totally okay to do that. I'm not like disappointed yet. It'll get there where I'll start feeling real bad about it, but right now it's okay. But then tomorrow night I'm playing D&D. I'm excited for that with my regular crew. We have not met in quite some time. We're getting together. It's going to be great. I'm glad you played D&D this morning. That's awesome, Killer. So that is my plan for tomorrow, is play some D&D. And do some customer service during the day and upload some video files, do a bunch of other things in the background. It's just going to be catching up on emails. Luckily Sunday, a lot of people don't have problems. A lot of people just email going, am I getting my package tomorrow? And it's like, let me look up, is it in the mail? Then maybe. Well, it says you're getting it on Wednesday, and you can find that information too. So I'm going to say, no, you're not getting it tomorrow. Maybe you will, but you probably fucking won't. But I don't say the probably fucking. I just say Well, according to my information, it's going to arrive on Wednesday, so look forward to that. Anyway, I hope you look forward to seeing me on Monday, where I will start a new kit. I don't know what it's going to be. Will it be the Lego set that someone bought off my wish list? Probably not. I don't think it's going to get delivered on Monday during the day. So it'll be something else that my patrons will decide on. They'll vote on tomorrow. So I don't even know. I don't know what I'm building on Monday because I finished this kit and didn't expect to. Thanks so much for watching the stream. I hope you have a great evening. We're not quite done yet because we are going to go raid, because that is how we end every stream, is we're going to go find somebody out there doing some cool stuff with a good community. That is a prerequisite of mine, is that we're going to go raid people who are doing cool shit with like good people hanging out. Let's see. All right. Well, should we do that? Are they even going to... let's see. I want to raid someone who's doing Extra Life, right? Because I feel like that's the thing to do, right? Is to raid an Extra Life stream because we want to help raise money and we want to see a cool thing. So I want to see what people are doing here. I got to wait for ads to play on both of these because I am not a subscriber on either of these. We're definitely going to raid somebody. We've got the Matt and Jan Power Hours over on Giant Bomb, so we might go do that. But we're going over to Finji. Giant Bomb does great work. They raise a ton of money. Finji has not raised enough money yet, and Harris is there, and Harris rules. And they're playing. Which one are they playing? I don't know. They're playing a demo game. Oh, they're playing a Frog Detective game. This might be the third Frog Detective. I don't know. We are going to raid Finji because they're raising money. And Finji rules. And like I said, Harris is there. And he's great and has been supportive of me and is just like a good dude. So we're going to go raid Harris. I hope you come along on this raid. I hope you have a great rest of your night. If you can donate to them, that would be great. Or just hang out in their chat and keep that going because people love that. It is nice when you can go and raid. I hope everyone has a good time tonight. I will see you next time. Thanks so much for being here. I'll see you in the future stream. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.